Good evening and welcome to this Wednesday night edition of The Extra Point. I'm Max Zepeda. Amid a season of rampant inconsistency, there is one category where the Cardinals have been consistent, but not in a way the team would like, unfortunately. Even before losing B.J. Ojulari for the season in training camp and rookie defensive lineman Darius Robinson was placed on IR, pass rush was always going to be a concern for the 2024 Cards. But now 6 games into the season, it's been a glaring weakness for this defense. Now think about this. So far this season, the Cardinals have totaled 11 sacks, the 9th fewest in the league. And 5 of the 8 teams with fewer sacks have already had their bye week. Their sack rate is just a shade above 6%, which is 27th in the NFL, while giving up at the same time the second highest pass completion rate to opposing quarterbacks. Now, defensive coordinator Nick Rallis says there isn't any one specific reason for the lack of pressure coming from the Cards.
You know, that can go through a lot of different things. It could be schematic. Maybe we need to do things to put guys in better positions to have good leverages and win rushes. It could be a technique thing on, hey, here's how we could have rushed this better to generate faster pressure and not let him be comfortable in the pocket. So it's usually a combination of all that.
And it won't be easy on Monday night either, because just as important as pressuring Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert will be, it will also come down to stopping the run game. So far this season, the Chargers are running the ball on more than half of their offensive plays, averaging more than 30 carries per game, while averaging about 128 yards on the ground. Now, meanwhile, their passing game, which has become less of a focus under Jim Harbaugh's first season leading in Los Angeles, they're averaging just 153 yards per game in the air, which is near the bottom of the league. Now, that doesn't mean that the Cardinals defense plans to sleep on Herbert, according to Rallis.
They're talented and they're great up front. They play good as a unit, and they got some really good offensive linemen, a good back, and obviously a quarterback that can sling it. So they present a lot of challenges, but they do believe in being able to establish that run game, and that's going to open up the rest of the offense. And so it's as simple as you better be ready to come play with motor and violence.
While all of the Phoenix Suns star players bouncing off away from the Cardinals are back this year, things will look a little different with the new head coach. And the biggest change fans will see under Mike Budenholzer, more three-pointers, maybe even way more. But as Nick King explains, that's just life in the NBA in 2024.
Last season, the Suns finished 25th in the NBA in three-point attempts, averaging about 32.5 per game. Through 4 preseason games, they're getting up 46, third most in the league. Now, can they sustain that in the regular season? Under Coach Bud's let-it-fly mentality, they'd like to.
I think it's great.
And don't forget, the Suns season officially begins a week from tonight in Los Angeles, opening up the brand new Intuit Dome against the Clippers. But tomorrow night, they'll wrap the preseason officially here at home against the Los Angeles Lakers at the Footprint Center. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m., and you can watch it right here on Channel 3 and Arizona's Family Sports. Now, Phoenix Mercury guard Kahleah Copper earned a spot on an All-WNBA team for the first time, officially making the second team list in 2024. Copper had a career year this year, averaging more than 20 points a game for the first time on 43% shooting from the field, along with 4.5 rebounds and 2+ assists per game, while at the same time scoring 30 or more points 9 times. In fact, her 782 points this season are the 3rd most in franchise history, behind only Diana Taurasi's 2006 and 2008 seasons. Now, Copper was also named a WNBA All-Star for the 4th consecutive year and helped Team USA win their 6th straight Olympic gold medal in Paris. And speaking of the W, Game 3 of the WNBA Finals was thrilling between the Liberty and Lynx. Of course, it was nothing short of incredible, as this series is tied at a game apiece now in Minneapolis. Lynx up 12. Bridget Carlton with just above 2 minutes to go in the first, nailing that one for the top of the key, giving them a 15-point lead. However, New York had the best record in the league for a reason and would not go down without a fight. Brianna Stewart getting the and one, putting the Liberty in position to tie it with just about 6 minutes to go in regulation. But how about this? Sabrina Ionescu, one of the best sharpshooters we've seen in this game in quite some time, nearly from the logo to win it. And the nearly buzzer with a second to go. Ionescu nailing it from way atop the key, and the Liberty are 1 win away from their first ever championship in franchise history. Ionescu with just 13, Stewart with 30 and 11 boards. Game 4 is set in Minneapolis on Friday night. Lynx looking to tie the series. Liberty looking for a championship. Now, still ahead on the extra point, Levitt leaving him out. Why is Kenny Dillingham not worried about Saturday's game without his starting quarterback? More on that in just a minute. And also the state of the Big 12 with Commissioner Brett Yormark. Our Mark McClune will have part one of a one-on-one conversation we'll have with him coming up.